taste of these fries? That's how.
Welcome back to episode 4. What?
Why? Why didn't you never tell me?
I just did.
No, you didn't.
Well, technically I just did.
Yeah, but announcing that you started it.
Okay, so
What do you mean, welcome back to episode 4? They were never at episode 4 to begin with, so how could they be coming back to episode 4?
this is episode 4.
Unless they're rewatching it.
No, I welcomed them back to, like, in general, and then this is episode 4.
No, you said welcome back to episode 4. So if you're watching this, yes, welcome back to episode 4. But if you're watching this for the first time, welcome to episode 4.
Okay, prick.
That's what I was questioning earlier. But this is exactly how we started 3.
Okay, so if I remember right, because I remember if you pick a certain character in certain missions, I think it activates a certain, like, cutscene. I think, let me check this real quick.
You thought you had the sauce.
Because I know there was a cutscene. Wait, no, okay, hold on. I'm not gonna do this mission yet.
Compiling shaders. What are you doing?
I'm not gonna do this mission yet.
What the fuck are you talking about? It's next.
What
Why?
do you mean, why? Oh, wait, I didn't put on skills.
Oh, bro. Do you know what you're doing?
I don't
Why are
know.
we back here? You just did this.
Well, because no, I remember there's a cutscene where Frieza kills. Wait, how? Wait a minute.
What the fuck? You didn't even know what you're doing, and you're trying to do it.
Okay, wait. Hold on.
You don't even know what's going on.
Wait. I think I have to be Goku. There has to be Krillin.
Shut up.
I don't think Vegeta should be here. I think
This is unnecessary.
this is necessary. All right. Goku has everything. I'm gonna take this out here, and yeah.
Can't be asked.
Fortify the knocking back effect from a key blast attacks. What?
Do we have any new opponents? Oh, there's Frieza. Okay, anything else?
We mean new opponents.
Frieza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I played like Xenoverse in this game. Like, they don't really swear that much in Dragon Ball games, but when they said hell or damn it, I was like,
I was just gonna talk about how it said hellish. I was like, what the hell?
I used to be all like, ooh, they swore.
I remember I heard Vegeta say bastard, and I was like, Mommy?
I was like, ooh, they're swearing.
That was so bad.
My baby ears.
Mama ears. Though in 4th grade, I thought it was funny to go and whisper the word penis into the other kids' ears. Now looking back, it is funny for different reasons. At recess, it was funny to go up to kids and be like, penis.
Why?
Because it was a word we weren't allowed to say. In kindergarten, I showed all my friends my cock.
What?
Yeah, are we talking about this?
I mean, you brought it up. We're going to talk about it.
Are we talking about this?
We're going to talk about it.
So we had a substitute teacher in kindergarten.
That's a good sign.
And I remember walking with my friends, and I don't remember the context, but I just whipped it out, and I said, "Guys, look at this thing I found. This is so cool."
I just found it now. I didn't know I even had this.
And I just remember them looking at it and be like, "Whoa."
That's very good, Avi.
That is a very good story. Whoa.
So you did not know you had one?
I don't remember. They were like in a trance when they were looking at it.
Whoa, were you showing this to
And
girls?
apparently they didn't know they had ones either because they were like, "That's so cool." And I remember the teacher saw, and then she didn't say anything
Was
about
she
it. And then the
impressed?
next day- no, she didn't say anything about it. And then the next day, when my teacher came back, she said, "Jack, I heard you did something inappropriate yesterday."
What makes you say it's inappropriate, bitch?
Stop! We're just homies. And I feel bad for her, kinda, because that class had a couple weird things going on. There was this one kid who took a shit and smeared his shit all over the walls in the bathroom.
My sister smeared like her shit on the wall in chocolate, and I put bleach on the carpet in a hotel.
I hate shit. It make gag. You ever shit on the carpet?
No.
You ever sit on the carpet and hurt your bum? When there's something on it?
You mean hurt your bum? You mean like a Lego's there or
I
something?
don't know if you want me to tell this story to the public.
Well, I don't know what it is. Is it about me? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
What did I do?
I don't know if you want me to share the story about you, something that happened to you when you were a kid to the public, but it's so funny.
What do you mean? What did I do?
the problem you had when you were younger that made you emotional at one point with your ass.
No, go on, do it. It's cool of you. Very cool. Go on and do it. How fucking dare you?
I don't know all the details. It'd be better if there was the person who lived it.
How about you tell about it and I'll tell what the real story is.
You lived it. I'm just saying what I heard based on it.
Well, did you hear?
I heard you had a boil on your ass and it made you cry.
Okay, so I had a boil on my ass. And fucking... I don't know what grade. I think 3rd, maybe 4th.
Big boil.
And back then, I also used to, like, whisper swear, you know?
I remember this now.
So, like, to whisper swear, you fucking just... You just word it out with your mouth rather than saying it. So, like, if someone makes me mad, then I just want to say fuck you to them, they turn around and I go, like, I move my lips to say fuck you.
Fuck you.
But no, the difference is the way how I did, though, is I fuck that mission, by the way.
Didn't you censor yourself?
Yes.
You're like, fuck you.
Fuck you.
There was this one kid who did that in middle school and he was such a loser.
He sounds pretty
Taught
cool.
privately too, with no teachers around.
He sounds
Bro,
pretty,
that I hated that kid.
He sounded like a cool kid.
I hate that kid.
Why?
He was so annoying. He was so. Oh, I have a funny story about him, but I want you to finish yours first.
So, I had a boil on my ass, and I remembered. So a group of bullies. Fuck, I'm gonna say their names. I think it was.
Fuck bullies.
Yeah, I think there was 4 of them, but I don't remember the 4th one. But I remember one was named Arteus, one was named Joey, and one was named Larry.
That's my uncle's name.
Was he a dick?
Nah.
Nah. Is he
Just had a knack for fridges.
fridges? So they fucking straight up.
You got this.
I'm just paying attention to the cuts.
It happened.
What happened?
Off topic for a second, but thank you for 1,000 views on episode 1 of Being a Kid.
Oh, sweet.
Thanks.
And by the
Thanks.
way, thank you for 300 subs as well.
Oh hell yeah, we've been doing great recently. We've been getting subs every day, so thank you. Keep it going.
Yeah, so I don't know who the 4th guy was. So we had a thing that I like to call a telltale box.
Mm-hmm.
So you write down whatever a kid was doing that you think was bad, and then you put it in the box. So they all grouped up on me, basically, and wrote something about me how I swear behind the teacher's back.
But you did.
But here's the thing, that is true. But they didn't know about my secret. That's the
This
weird.
reminds me. This reminds me of when you're an imposter in Among Us, and we get you out, but then it's for something you swear you never did.
Yes, because you guys give me out for things that I didn't even do. I
But
might
we're
be,
always right.
but I no, you're not right then because because yes, I am the imposter. But your reasoning for me being the imposter is flawed.
If someone says you vented and you're the imposter, you complain, but then we put you out and it's you, so we assume they're right, and you're like, I never vented after the game.
Yes, I never vented.
That's always been apparent throughout your life.
Like you guys blame me like, oh my god, you're the one that killed him. Like, no, I didn't. I'm telling the truth.
I'm an evil and I wouldn't do that. Back to the tattletale box.
Yeah. So they wrote down that like Matthew swore behind the teacher's back, and I was like, I didn't know about this until I was sent to the principal's office. And they're like, so I don't know what class they pulled me out of. I think it was at lunch, honestly, or speech class. I forgot which. Fucking, I come in there, and he's like, so, you know why you're here? And after him saying that, I was freaking out. All right.
the you know why you're here line.
I was like, no. At this point, I'm just speaking like hyperbole or whatever, just speaking out my ass. But this is how I thought it went. So we have evidence that you've been doing a thing.
I sent you my.
It says you've been swearing behind the teacher's back. It's because I'm just so angry because I have a boy. My ass, and it just hurts, you know. I couldn't make heads or tails out of it. I can't.
Sonic just let loose, broke down, and left it on the table.
I was breaking down. All right.
I'm very angry. I have a boil on my head. What do you say?
That's all I said.
What did
like-
he say? What do you do in that situation?
I don't know. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I didn't get detention or anything.
Dude, I think he was just mesmerized.
Yeah, I was. Yes.
Imagine me dealing with the kid who's sad and says, I'm angry because I have a boil on my butt.
It's not like I could show it to him. Would that be illegal?
No proof, you could have been lying.
And then after that, I don't think I had detention, but my mom apparently went to the school or called someone, and like asked, okay, who did it? Like who put the notes in? And they like I think they knew who they were, because like I think the teacher just knew because they're writing or something. I'm pretty sure, or I don't know if you're allowed to put your name on it or you have to. I forgot which. So, but she figured it out either way, and fucking, she's like, oh, okay. Are they considered like the popular kids in the room? And the teacher straight up goes like, well, yeah. It's like, what?
Well, yeah.
Are you telling me that you're taking the word of these jerks over like my own son? It's clear that they did this to him to like hurt him or whatever.
Popular kids in elementary school. That's where pain is.
Oh yeah, that's absolute.
I was always a little bit popular in elementary school just because I was a stupid, a little funny.
Dude,
Yeah.
I can't relate.
Me and Sonic are kind of different people when it comes to how we lived our lives.
I can never relate
You can never relate with anything I say.
because I was never popular.
I peaked in middle school.
I never peaked at all. I remember. Oh my god! I remember back in like 5th, maybe 4th, or maybe even 6th grade. I remember I sat on the bus, and I used to like draw Ben 10 and shit on my paper, but I didn't like draw it from my head. I like look at pictures. It's kind of like tracing, but
wholesome.
I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Reference.
this is yeah like reference, but I did the exact same pose and coloring.
Yeah.
But and then there was these girls on the cross the bus for me. Like when you wait to go home, like on the bus.
Mhm.
I used to just put the drawings on the window. And then they gave me the thumbs up.
Put the drawing on the window and they gave me a thumbs up.
They react to it and they get their friends to look at it.
You're a good kid.
Um,
So wholesome. I was.
and then, and then after that point, every day I did it. Every single day.
Thumbs up. You were just that kid at the window fucking stuck in paper.
Oh my god. Too wholesome. I was talking about this kid before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a weirdo. One, it was his mannerisms. I don't know if he had a bad stutter. Not to bully him, but he had a pretty bad stutter.
I have a decent stutter.
You don't have a stutter. You just can't read that well.
That's when I stutter.
You just stumble over yourself. I wouldn't call that stutter.
That's the definition of stutter.
Is it?
I don't know, like that sounds about right.
Stumble over yourself. This kid stayed home. This kid stayed home from school for anything. Like a paper cut, he stayed home from school for the day. A bug bite, he stayed home from school for the day.
Dude, you're describing
What?
me.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah. My mom was cool like that. She just let me stay home when I asked her.
For me, I had to work for staying home.
Well,
And usually when
I also kind of had to work to stay home.
We'll get to that in a second, but I remember this kid had a cough, like a mild cold, and he stayed out of school for a week. It was like really small cold.
Well, did he have special needs? Because at this
I don't
point in 2020,
think so.
small colds is no laughing matter anymore.
Oh yeah, but this was years ago. And then we made a song, kind of about the kid because it was in chorus class that we had it with it. And it went cough, cough, sneeze, out for a week, and that's all I remember.
Did you serenade him with it?
We sung it to the class.
What? Was this for like what? For what reason?
I don't remember. But the chorus teacher was cool.
The teacher was cool about it.
Yeah. But
Supporting
bro,
bullying at its finest.
staying home from school was something I had to plan out. All the
I never
time.
planned it.
I had to
Well-
plan. I had to get a whole spy mission the night before, dude.
Well, I mean, the day before, I'd be like, "Mom, can I stay home?" And then like I had to convince her, and then but the thing is, she always goes maybe. And then when the day comes, like the next day, I wake up in the morning, and then she goes, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "What?" Like, "You're staying home, right?" I was like, "What?" Like,
What?
she's always cryptic about it. Like, what a bitch!
Yo!
Oh, we got an ultimate. How do I?
Oh, have we seen this?
This is how you do like the. This is what the spirit bomb's meant for.
Awesome. Here we go.
It always takes a while. In fact, I think you can actually use this in like battle mode. I think, but I'm not
Whoa.
too sure.
But back to fucking staying home. I wasn't allowed to eat when I stayed home from school. That's so weird.
I was not allowed to get out of bed.
Because, yeah, I mean, well, I'd stay in bed anyway, just to make it look like I'm not.
Well,
faking.
here's the thing: when I stay home, I like. Oh, this is the spirit bomb, but when I stay home, I don't really stay in bed. I do watch TV and shit. But the thing is, she would yell at me for like getting out of bed to go grab water or food,
Mhm.
and then she just sees me like standing up in my room, or sitting in
Yeah.
a chair, and she'd be like, "You should be laying down. What are you doing?"
Yeah.
And then
On-
when video games became a thing for me, and especially in high school, she'd be like, "You can't play video games. You're sick." I was like,
What?
"What? You know I'm not."
What?
Dude.
Yeah.
How did you fake you're sick?
I remember I tried so many different methods until I found one that stuck over the years. Before we get to that, I have to talk about my eating situation because if I was seen trying to go get food, then I was seen as faking sick, and food wasn't given to me until dinner that day. On days that I stayed home sick from school.
But you're hungry.
Yes. So what I would do is I would go to places like 7-Eleven to get myself food for the day before, and keep it in my room. So then they're there for the day. What do you ask me? What you asked me before?
Did you ever like in high school, if you missed a certain amount of days, after that point you have to have a doctor's note?
I think there's something like that. I was never absent a lot though.
Well, that was me.
A lot.
I was a lot. Dude, it was so a lot in my senior year. Is that I can't remember what I
Why?
ever did.
I knew you in your senior year, so why?
It's because I didn't want to go to school.
And you just were allowed to stay home. I remember one time that you got to school really early and you had to hide outside or some shit.
Oh yeah,
Right? Yeah.
yeah. And I was hiding in like a baseball thing.
Yeah. Why didn't you go home?
Well, because I didn't want to walk back.
You waited for hours.
No, I waited for like an hour.
An hour. I remember you talking to me that morning.
I don't know why I
Oh.
went to school, but fucking.
Yeah.
Look at trucks.
Okay. Well, going back to before, the easiest method for saying that you're sick, would be setting an alarm for like 4 a.m. and then waking up, and then texting parent saying, "Yo, I don't feel well." Give a little description, then go back to bed. And if you wake up at like 9, 10 a.m., you know you succeeded. And that's how it always went. Because I wouldn't try it too often, but when I did, it always worked.
I actually kind of when I was younger, I used to just grab a heating pad,
And put it on your forehead.
put it for my forehead and my back.
I tried that with an iron and I burned my face.
What?
It was a lie. I made that up. I fully made that up.
Okay, hold on. I want to talk about something I don't like. Sometimes in games,
Me?
when they don't put the right clothes on. So wait for it. Wait for it.
Okay.
Look at Vegeta. That's not the right clothes.
Where is you? Oh, hi.
That's
Ew.
Frieza Saga Vegeta.
I remember Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2. I don't know why, but I was really nitpicky and I was mad that Goku was wearing his weighted clothes during the Raditz fight.
Dude,
And he
that's
didn't
what
have a costume.
I'm always that kind of nitpicky about that.
I was mad he didn't have he wore his weighted clothes during the Raditz fight, and he didn't have his shirt completely torn off during the Frieza fight. I don't know why, but that made me mad.
And do you know what made me even madder is that Vegeta's Super Saiyan in this game is wearing the clothes that he's meant to, and you can never pick like base Vegeta after Frieza Saga clothes. Like that's nitpicks, am I right? But in high school, when you miss a certain amount of days in high school, you have to like have a doctor's note at that point, just like to tell you why you're staying home. God, I must have been like a sickly kid to the school board, because so I go to the clinic, and my mom would have to like tell me, okay, listen, this is what you have to say. You have to, and when they check your back and blah blah blah, you have to pretend you're in pain. I'm like, okay.
Son, I laid my hand on your back. Sorry. My bad.
Like they tell me to breathe in and breathe out. So the way how I faked it is I tried to give myself a slight wheeze. So like make it sound, because when you're sick you get a slight wheeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So instead of going like, it's like, or something like. Or something.
Help,
like,
doctor!
Doctor, I'm dying.
There's something wrong with this boy.
Get him a doctor. You're a
Get
doctor.
him a doctor. I'm not qualified to be in this room.
God. Yeah, the one thing I hate going to the doctor is when they tell you, like, you should.
You died.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, you're fine.
So to stop this, you should start eating better. You know, doing that.
I never heard that.
That's when I got. Remember, I was constipated.
Yeah. You get constipated every week, but
No, I didn't. I was just very constipated for some reason after I ate this sheet cake. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I had like a butter sheet cake.
Mm.
And it after eating like a little of it, it gave me like a weird, it gave me constipation. I know it was because of that. So like I got my X-rays and shit, and they were like saying like, okay, so so after this,
X-rays for being constipated.
well, because you have to check down in there. It's not like they can open me up and check the poo.
Was it the constipation where you really just couldn't shit, or it takes you like 20 minutes to get it out?
Couldn't get it out.
Oh, for me, I get like that kind of constipated where it takes you like 20 minutes to shit out something like at least monthly.
I would have had to get I had to get a suppository.
Dang.
It
I
wasn't
don't know what
bad.
that word means.
Oh, you don't know what the suppository is?
No.
It's medicine they stick up your ass.
Oh, I see. Oh, I remember you saying this like vaguely once.
Vaguely?
I vaguely remember this.
Yeah.
Oh, now I want to go on a tangent about the word vaguely. People use that word wrong, and it makes me mad.
What do you mean?
The word vague means unclear.
Yes.
People say vaguely sometimes, as in like they really remember it. That's not how it's used.
Well, no, because they remember it, but it's unclear how they remember
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Like vaguely means kind of barely. Like I vaguely
Yeah.
remember that. Like it's a blur. But people say I vaguely remember it, like as in, oh, I remember that so well. That's not how it's used.
I've never
I've
heard
confused
anyone
for
use
so
it
long.
like that.
I have. I've heard so many people say it wrong, and it convinced me one point because I heard so many people say it like that I had to look it up again the other day. It pissed me off. Doctors are bad. Keep going. That's something in my head about a doctor now.
I guess I know what you don't want to become when you grow up.
I glowed up.
You hear that, fans? Jax hates doctors, so if you ever want to become a doctor, he hates you.
Were you finishing a thought? Were you finishing a thought, or can I say something?
I was gonna say the suppository wasn't bad because they weren't like big suppositories; they were just little.
Okay. Sonic had some issues growing up, but you know he's good. He's all there.
What do you mean?
Boiled bum.
That was a one-time issue.
How long was it there? And how'd you get rid of it? Did you get rid of it like it naturally went away?
Get rid of what?
Like the boil on your ass.
The boil?
Yeah, did it naturally go away over like a couple months or what?
No.
Surgery?
No.
Well, tell me.
My parents had to hold me down and pop it.
Oh. Oh. Was the mark
Yeah.
brutal?
Was it brutal?
Yeah, was the scar brutal?
Well, it's not like they cut it open.
Was the pain immense?
It was immense. I can't remember the pain either.
It's traumatizing.
It wasn't traumatizing. It just hurt like hell.
Why does Jiro look decent in this game?
No, he
But everyone
doesn't. Look how fucking weird he looks. He has so much unnecessary detail.
I love it.
Why is there two trunks?
What the fuck? That looks garbage.
I'm Dr. Drew!
He looks good and bad at the same time.
It's because he's so low res yet high res at some points.
Yeah. That's it. Doctors.
I'm Vegeta!
I was really insecure in middle school because I had a lot of acne. And, so I had a lot of it on my forehead, right? I'd say there's at least 20 pimples on my fucking forehead, right? Right? Yeah? Yes?
I don't know.
You comply? So I remember one time I went to the doctor's for some natural checkup. I always had my hair like fully down.
Covering it, and it was like, and they lift it up and like,
I would always hide it. I would
a
always
freak
hide
we
it.
have here, huh?
I would always have my hair to my eyes, and I remember one time when I was at the doctor, like he was inspecting me like casually. It wasn't for it or anything, but he said, "I see you got some acne, and I get you probably put your hair down to hide it." But
But it's a natural, beautiful thing.
but buddy, like that's gonna make it like grow more. But I still always kept my hair down. But I didn't shower a lot back then.
I don't. How does that make it grow more? I would
Because like
believe. I would
when
believe
there's
the
hair, what?
Go on. Go on.
Well, it makes it grow more because when there's hair, that sweats more, and that's directly on your skin. And I guess that's worse for you.
But you would believe that if you have your pimple under like the sun, it will grow bigger. Because I remember I had a spider bite on my cheek, and then I was at like Six
Spider
Flags. I was in like Minnesota or something. No, I wasn't in Minnesota. I just had a spider bite under my cheek.
You ever tested if you could shoot webs?
It wasn't radioactive. Oh. What was I saying? Why am I getting attacked?
The video game.
I fucking had it under my cheek, and I went to Six Flags that day. And then since I was on the sun most of the day, it grew bigger. Then I wore sunglasses to cover it, and it got smaller.
It might be sweat.
What?
If it was like, it might be
I
sweat.
would have been sweaty either way.
Yeah, but like sweat, it's sweat.
I always pop my pimples, but I never had pimples on my face.
I did. I was so ashamed of the pimples on my forehead. I remember in a science project or whatever the fuck, I was in a group, and there was these other kids, and it was like a checklist on like human features or whatever the hell. Like
Human
everyone's
feces.
kind of different. What? What is that?
I just said human feces. Human features. Human features.
And how everyone's species is different. But
Human feces.
it's how shut up.
It means poop. It means poop.
You ever hear the Make Poop song?
What?
That was my favorite song when I was a kid.
No.
Make Poop.
Wait a minute. It kind of sounds familiar now.
Make Poop. It's like blah 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 blah. Make Poop.
Oh, now it sounds familiar.
I'm finding it. I'm sending you the link. What was I saying?
Make poop.
Make Poop.
But what were you saying? What were you saying before when I was saying?
Well, I don't know.
I was gonna say that I never had pimples on my face. I always had pimples on my back or on my body, but not my face.
I rarely got them on my body. I always got them on my face. And let me just say, it's way worse to get them on your face because people can see you.
Well, yeah, and if you pop them, it'll scar up. But if you pop on your body, who gives a shit?
I always popped them. I never really had an issue.
Yeah, I love popping pimples. I got it from my mom.
Sometimes I usually like popping them, but sometimes like when I saw it happen, like when I did it in the mirror, I kind of like gag.
We mean gag. It's fun. I always. I'm gonna tell you.
I'd see the cum come out of my fucking head, and then it would be bro.
I'm gonna tell you. I always pop my cold sores.
I never got.
Isn't that herpes? Herpes?
No, it's sometimes you just get a cold sore from like a cut on your lip or something. But I just pop it because like they tell you not to.
Who cares?
But I just do it because it's full of water and shit in it. It's not pus at all. It's just water or something. So I just pop it and like, it goes away faster for me. It doesn't even leave a scar.
Yeah, okay. The science project. Fuck. So we were in groups and we were talking about human features.
Feces?
Not feces. Not feces.
Well, we'll talk about human features next time.
Okay, I'll say the story finally tomorrow, so you're forced to tune in if you want to hear it.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye bye.